Never mind what your parents told you and disregard what your friends say. From now on, the only people you need to listen to are these guys. For the next several minutes, they'll take you on a journey through the political jungle. When your journey is over and you're safe at home, they promise you'll be stronger, smarter, and just plain better. So buckle up, hang on to your ears, because your journey starts now.
And this is At Odds. I'm Nate. That's Brian over there.
Hello.
Steve seems to be having some technical difficulties with...
Yeah, apparently Steve won't allow any of my stuff on the bottom row here where I have all my little icons, like my clock and my file icons. None of that is working, Steve.
Try closing the clock.
I can't even open it, so there's no closing it. I'm trying to hit for an audio to play, and it won't play my file thing. But I can move my other window all over.
Can you see the prep page? Okay, that's all you need.
That's all I really need.
That's all you need. It's really, I mean, everyone's bummed out that they're not going to have all your great sounds and sound bites and rim shots and things today.
Why? That's weird. Why is it doing
terrible?
that?
I don't know. It's not the mouse.
I think it's my new mouse.
Did that fix the
problem?
No,
it didn't fix it at
Okay,
all.
that's weird.
So anyways, it's Thursday, November 17th, 2016. We're in the Freedom Studios on the 15th floor of the Patriot Towers in Liberty City. We're at, Nathan?
Canada.
We are not in Canada.
I'm in Canada.
Well, then where the heck am I?
Canada.
I'm going to play with my mic.
We left after the election.
So it's going to be really loud.
You remember?
Yeah, but Canada already kicked us out.
That's why we didn't have a show last week.
Right, we were in transit.
We were leaving to go to
the Mountie
Canada.
said, the guy with the big hat there, he said, no, you can't come in here. We don't want your kind here at all.
The moose out front should have told you.
The moose out front, yeah, in Canada.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't think anyone moved to
now,
Canada, though.
Now my prep page is frozen.
And welcome to the show where we just have 50 minutes of Brian not knowing how to use a laptop.
Oh, my gosh. No, come on. This is simple stuff, and it's not working.
Okay.
And I blame the new mouse I have.
So you don't have to use it.
Well, it's funny because it doesn't work on my thingy either, on my board. Ooh, I got lights going off.
I mean, it was a very generous person that let you borrow that mouse because you weren't responsible enough to bring your own.
I got stuff blinking all over the place.
Yeah, well.
This baby's going to go off.
It'll probably explode pretty soon, but that's okay.
So now I can't move anything.
All right. Well.
It's completely frozen.
No, so all right, that's fine. Let's move on.
I can't move on.
Yes, you
literally
can.
I can't.
You don't need that.
I need it.
This is a radio show.
Okay.
The show is your voice.
I can't do it. I
talking.
I can't. Help me through this, Nate.
I'll help you. The real reason we didn't have a show last week is because it was close to the opening day of
Michigan deer
season.
Yep.
And one of us, not me, was at deer camp.
I was up north in the great north, the great white north, which was very warm and green and brown. not white at all.
Yeah, not white, no.
Gosh, temperatures were up in the 50s, which was unusual.
Pretty warm.
60s, actually. Some day it was 60.
Wow.
Terrible for deer hunting.
Did you have a good time? Because I just kind of...
I mostly always do.
Yeah.
I spend time with my brother and other deer hunting pals and friends that I see once a year. And weren't a lot of beech nuts or acorns on the ground, so they weren't up in the hills. We had a rough time finding any deer at all. In fact, I didn't.
Which, I mean, that's normal.
I think I saw one antlerless deer.
You did go out?
Day. Oh, yeah, I do. I worked hard. I was at 5:30 in the morning.
Did you find any conservation officers on the
Did
trails?
not run into any conservation officers. No, it's a good thing for them.
You were smarter this year.
They didn't run into me.
You had the audio recording this year. Because last year, you had the run-in. And
I had the run-in. I got great video, but no video of them violating my civil liberties.
Gee, it looks like Brian's saying something brilliant there, but I can't hear him.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, I bet.
I put them right in their place. And then I caved in and showed him my hunting license. But anyways, none of that this year. Now my sound's not working right. I'm getting there. No, yeah, okay. Anyways, I don't know where I was.
You sound like Rush Limbaugh. He likes to be really dramatic about things and make people care about like what's going on.
Yeah, but I don't really care. So
I know,
that's the
but
problem.
I'm.
What?
Rush Limbaugh does that a lot, and it kind of annoyed. When I first started listening to him, I was like, "Oh, he's giving us a glimpse of what it's really like." But now I'm like, "No, I think actually he's just so full of himself that he thinks people care and that it's cool that like, hey, Rush Limbaugh takes time to." He does crap like that all the time. He's like, "Well, hey, can you my headphones in the left? No, just a little bit.
Can I get a
little
Snapple
less.
iced tea,
No, a little
please?"
more. A little. He does do things like
Yeah,
that.
sure. Well, I don't
Well,
want
I'm
him.
just leaning over to get this off of my printer.
He's trying to fill 3 hours every day.
Yeah,
We
how-
can't
how
even fill an hour a week. Good Lord. But he makes a lot more money than we do.
Yeah, well, I know I'm criticizing him, but he must do something right.
Well, he certainly does. He makes more money than us. But we did have one of our guys. We had eight guys hunting, and we did get one guy. So what is that?
1 out of
12% success rate, something like that. I don't know. I'm not good at math. And he got a really nice big 7-point. It would have been a nice 8-point, but it was missing a tine. And big, heavy antlers. Probably a 4.5-year-old buck, and as big as deer he ever got. He's going to get it mounted, which I would too.
Nice.
But no, it was really slow. We didn't hear a lot of shooting. My hunt was a little disrupted because I normally sit in a spot where there's nobody around, and it was really foggy opening morning up there, and it didn't clear until 10 o'clock.
This year you decided to try the Starbucks parking lot?
Yep. And, and then we went from
People
there.
kept driving, yeah.
Had a mocha latte.
Yeah.
It was really good with a espresso. And you going to be all right? You got a little.
No, I don't
Mona?
think- yeah, I
have
got
a
something
little
going
have a
on.
little drink there.
That's not
And-
helping.
And so the fog was really thick. I could barely see my decoy. I have a silhouette decoy. It was out about 40 yards. 40, not 4. 40 yards. And
It's a coyote
so
decoy, which that might not help.
it's a
but
pack, actually. There's 15 of them, and they're all like in
I
an
don't know
attack mode.
I don't know why the deer never come.
Don't come near it. And the sound effects don't help.
Yeah, right.
I've got some electronic calls. That usually takes care of the deer in the area. So I'm looking over to my left, which is kind of hard. That's not my dominant side over there. I'm looking, and by God, there's a hunter sitting over there about 50 yards away from me, just sitting in the grass, in the tall, field grass.
Yeah. Did you shoot at him?
I did. And
You miss like you do every year. With
right. I was aiming right at him, missed him by a foot. And he decides, about 10 o'clock to get up and do some stretching and probably peed
Yeah.
and walked in a circle a little bit. And I thought, oh, good, he's going to leave. No, he turned around, came back. 10 minutes later, he sits back down. I go, damn it. So that kind of ruined my whole morning, And not that I was going to see anything. But we talked to the local farmer there. It has apple orchard right across the street. And he says, oh, there's 8 big bucks in this area. 2 of them are 10 points. One's really massive, and he says the other one's a lot smaller, but there are 8 bucks around here. I said, okay, good. And where my friend shot a buck, that was probably one of them because that was only like 3/4 of a mile away from there, and they do range. Then I saw another 6-point get shot, and there was one other buck we saw taken. So 3 of them got harvested in that area, so there's still some out there.
Yeah. Well,
But anyways,
that's good.
Had a good time, as always.
Good.
And that's what you want. You want to go up there. I don't want to go up there expecting to shoot a deer. My brother does. He's the hunter in the family.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Well, I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you're back. I will say we're going to have a show this week, like right now, but then there will not be a show next week because it's Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving coming up, everyone.
I'm excited.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Well, I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up north again, and I'm going to.
You go deer hunting?
I'm going to go deer hunting with my brother. That's the last weekend of the season.
Man.
So all is not lost. I might be able to get a book.
Ooh.
Yeah, what I did is, if all else fails, I shut
Restart
it down.
it? Yeah, that's great. It's good that you have the sound on.
Now it says trying to connect, to edit offline, turn off offline sync when
All
you
right,
reconnect.
yeah, that's fine.
That's not helping.
All right. So the election is old news now, right? I don't know. I don't think we should even talk
Wait
about
a minute.
it.
There was an election? How long was I gone?
15 years.
Who won?
Reagan.
Oh, good. He was one of the good ones.
The actor?
Yeah. The actor? No way. No, you're lying.
I don't know. Who did win?
We don't know because...
well, I know who won.
Who won the popular vote
Yep.
versus the electoral
Yeah. Here's
college.
the thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who won the popular vote. That's not how it works around here.
Well, it should. I have friends that say, your vote doesn't count.
Well,
And that truth, there's some truth to
that
that.
has
but,
nothing to do with the
Electoral
presidential election.
yeah. But in essence, it does count because they go by county, and so if you vote in your county and the majority of the votes for one or the other in a county, they get delegates, and delegates all get together and vote, and then you have so many electoral votes, and they get cast for the majority of the people who vote in their state.
Yeah. Look,
So
if
it's
we
done by
if we went based on the popular vote,
Right.
essentially, Los Angeles, New York, Detroit would determine the election.
Right.
The president would be elected by like a few major cities,
Right.
and that's it. And the rest of the country,
It would be
wouldn't
like
matter.
It would be like Hunger Games, where each within the country there'd be these 8 or 9 sort of kingdom cities that rule a region, and those regions would all sort of get together. You don't know anything about Hunger Games?
I know
do you?
everything about
Okay.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, and
I don't
and
see the analogy.
The different regions would elect, the supreme leader of the country.
Yeah.
And that's what it would be like. You'd have, California would be one area. You'd have Texas and a few surrounding states. You'd have the Midwest, and you'd have the upper Northeast, and then you'd have the Southeast, and you'd have all these little serfdoms that have the high populations. They would be in control of everyone else.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
That's where I was going, I guess.
Speaking
well.
of California,
Yes.
Beautiful
state, by the
Texas
way.
did this, and it was just as ridiculous as it is now with California. But after the election, petition went up for California to secede, become their own country.
The Upper Peninsula in Michigan has been trying to do that for,
And Texas
60
tried
years.
it, and it was just as ridiculous when Texas tried it.
Sure.
But it's not going to happen. But the difference with California is that I don't think there's anybody that disagrees. Liberals think great.
Throughout the country.
Exactly. Liberals are saying we'll have our little liberal utopia.
Yep.
And the rest of the country is saying,
Conservatives
good,
saying-
go have your liberal utopia.
That's what you have now anyway.
So why isn't it happening?
Well, because they have a lot of money.
That's
There's
true. All that
there's a
pot.
lot of money. Well, speaking of pot, that went around.
I was deer camp.
I'm not saying whether there was any kind of organic substances, but
What?
Oh, is that what you meant?
No.
Oh, okay. Deer camp was good. Now, it was really Superman. It was super mellow.
colors.
Yeah, the brown colors of the deer. It was cool. So you hate when you smoke pot and the only color you see is like brown.
Yeah.
Damn, some bad weed. Some marijuana issues, but I wanted to get back to the you're talking about seceding, and some of the liberals are proposing, which is not new, but they're proposing things like, well, we should just get rid of the states. We're well past the states, and we really don't need these little states. We just need to be a federal government and have federal rule.
Yeah, it would be cool, like European Union or something.
Right. Now, here's the issue with that. The idea of having the separate states at one point, and it's still a solid argument, is that if you didn't like a state and how it was going and how it was run and the laws of that state, you had 49 other states you could move to and live. Now, wait a minute. Now, you think that you're shaking your head. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not yet. So if you didn't like Michigan, you could go to California. If you didn't like California, you go to Arizona. People are still doing that today, and don't shake your head because that's true.